Welcome to the Timelock Documentation suite of professional engineering applications. The Timelock Docs apps are designed around workflows that sync supervisor and admin staff with inspectors in the field to provide a complete and accurate field documentation process that goes way beyond the spreadsheet-based processes most sites use today. We use locked visual documentation to ensure integrity in the documentation process, using a unique photo authentication process that simply delivers a better document. Timelock documentation was started as it became clear that smart devices were becoming more and more important for creating inspections and field documents. It was really cumbersome to attach photos, edit Word or Excel documents, and look up code on a phone, and it was time-consuming. We started integrating the inspection and documentation process with our pressure testing app, and have since expanded to build other inspection and commissioning solutions. Timelock Docs recently launched a fully integrated documentation control dashboard, which includes our patented documentation process, plus team management, permissions, time tracking, and a scheduling calendar. It's a fully comprehensive cost-saving solution. Every picture we enable, every piece of data we upload, and every document we produce creates a better view of how the real world is built and maintained. This strengthens partnerships across teams, workforces, businesses, and industries. Our Electrical Panel Pro application is designed for electricians, inspectors, and solar panel installers. It includes NETA electrical torque settings and SAE anchorage requirements and is ideal for everything from pre-construction planning to field upgrades. You can even use it for updating existing panel documentation. The Timelock Docs Inspection CX Pro app can be used for commissioning refrigeration systems from top brands like Carrier, Mitsubishi, and Trane, and supports any mechanical duct or piping inspection, including plumbing inspections. Inspection CX Pro is specifically tailored for construction, service maintenance, and inspection professionals. The app can even automatically insert IAPMO and ICC code requirements into a report, along with manufacturer specifications. We also have a reporting app for RFIs and invoicing, a backflow prevention program, and an app built around landscaping and snow removal for our facilities customers. Our primary customers are currently inspection agencies at the top contractors, along with technicians and building owners. They all have challenges they're dealing with, and some of them overlap. There's a lack of skilled craftsmanship, and some of their top people are retiring. We're in a period of fast industry growth, partly driven by population growth. Everyone's dealing with housing and building shortages, and the industry has lots of inefficiencies. A big reason for that inefficiency in the industry is that construction is one of the least digitized industries in the world. This study puts us right at the bottom, just barely above agriculture and hunting. One of the main reasons for this is that up until recently, it just wasn't practical to take technology out to the job site. That's all changed with the invention of tablets like the iPad, and the industry is just starting to find ways to do that. With the Timelock documentation suite of tools, you can now use an iPad or smartphone to view any sheet, track a punch list, or write an RFI with just a few taps, right on the job site. And with our Autodesk integration, you'll have access to your inspection documents and plan grid files wherever you are, all without any downtime or complicated IT setup in the field. With Timelock Docs, you're doing your part to move construction up this chart. We can be near the top faster than you think. Passing the government's infrastructure bill and the push for onshoring means many major motor companies and chip manufacturers have announced that they're working to shorten their supply chains. This means manufacturing more of their goods in the US. We're already 300,000 jobs short right now, so with a projected need of another 750,000 jobs by 2026, the US is looking at a 1 million person shortfall, and it could be getting worse. With the efficiencies and enhanced quality control of Timelock Docs, we can lessen this burden and help with some of the problems. Here are a few clips of demonstrations we've put together to show you our functionality.
Syncing projects in a Timelock documentation app with PlanGrid is easy. Simply open the app and choose Projects to create a project. Tap New Project, then give your project a name. When you tap Create, you'll be asked if you want to sync the project with PlanGrid. If you haven't connected your PlanGrid account to the app, you'll be asked to sign in. Enter your username and password, then confirm that you'd like to give the app permission to access your account. Now, choose the project in PlanGrid that you'd like to sync with this Timelock Docs project. This will create the project in the app and connect to PlanGrid. You can tell the project synced with PlanGrid apart from regular projects by their blue color. Now that you've made the connection and created a project, all certifications that are signed off on in this project will also be saved in the PlanGrid Documents folder. Tap to open the project, then tap New Location to add a panel location. To add a panel certification sheet, tap the location you just created. Then tap to add a new certification. Complete the certification, including the signature, and the PDF will simultaneously be stored on your device and uploaded to PlanGrid. Within the PlanGrid system, certifications created in the Timelock documentation apps will appear in your folders. It's important to keep things organized under each application's discipline. The certifications can be linked to PlanGrid project sheets for quick reference, to track job progress, and to monitor ongoing issues. Linked certifications can be accessed by all project members, and you can easily track everything from inspections to commissioning, to punch list items and mechanical repairs, all right in PlanGrid. Combining the Timelock documentation apps with PlanGrid provides an industry solution offering more detailed tracking of ongoing inspections, electrical panel work, punch list items, and project repairs, all available on a mobile device in the field. On average, 60% of commissioning documentation is delivered to the customer in an unusable format, and 20% of it is either incomplete or totally missing. But there's a better way. Timelock documentation with PlanGrid gives you usable, updatable data to build and service projects throughout their life cycles. Easily track ongoing project installation, commissioning, and repairs with confidence. Visit Timelockdocs.com today to learn more.
Welcome to Timelock Documentation Inspection and Commissioning Pro, the easiest way to securely document your mechanical, electrical, and plumbing inspections. If you haven't set up your teams, or your team members haven't downloaded the app, be sure to watch our Permission Levels and Teams video and the Inspection and Commissioning Pro mobile app video. The first time you use the web dashboard, you'll need to create a project. Click Projects on the left side, then click the Add Edit button. Give your project a name, then tap Add. If you'd like to sync the project with an Autodesk account, click OK at the prompt and log into their system. Once your project folder appears in the list, click to select it. At this point, you'll need to add an inspection location. Click an empty location slot, then click Add Edit and name the location. If you'd like, you can add stakeholder or client emails to the locations at this point. Just type them in the lower box, and any documents you create in the project will be emailed out automatically. Be sure to hit Enter between each address. When you're ready, click Add. Now you're ready to fill out an inspection certification for that location. Click the location you just created, then click the next open space in the certification column. Now, click on the Add Edit button. Edit the title of the document to fit your current inspection needs. You can easily create mechanical, electrical, plumbing rough-in, or any other inspection document type from this screen. Fill in the details and be sure to add a system type. You can use the comment box to add inspection details. Choose a certification type in the Code Requirements tag dropdown. The app supports a variety of mechanical and plumbing codes. If the inspection was successful, click to turn the Passed toggle green. To record a failed inspection, leave the toggle in the default position. It'll stay gray. You can insert specific code requirements into the record using the Requirement dropdown at the very bottom of the page. Click the Page Code link to open the relevant new section of the codebook in a new tab. Once you've chosen the service type and the code you need, and selected it, it will be instantly inserted into the document. Once inspections have been modified in the field using the app, you can see photos and signatures in the dashboard. Just click the links at the bottom of the page. You can even view the full emailed certifications in the Emailed Certs column on the left side of the dashboard. These documents open in a separate tab for easy viewing and downloading. All items, from project folders to certifications, can be locked to prevent editing or hidden from app users. Simply select the item you want to lock or hide and click the appropriate button. You'll be able to see which items are locked or hidden using the icons that appear next to their names in the dashboard. And Timelock documentation syncs data instantly across web, iOS, and Android platforms. And you can easily download everything right from your dashboard. With our dashboard and the Inspection and Commissioning Pro application, you can create professional, secure visual inspection records and track inspections in progress or push new inspections to the field in real time without digging through codebooks or spec sheets. To learn more, visit Timelockdocs.com today. Okay, so think back to those industry problems. At TimelockDocs, we set out to fill those gaps and be more efficient. We've developed a system that embraces digitized visual workflows, makes it possible to fabricate and automate with AI, and embrace technology throughout the process, making it easier to get younger generations involved and helping your recruitment of new staff. Let's take a few minutes to talk through how our system can help a few key industry sectors. We'll start with inspection agencies. Many vendors now require time and date-stamped photographs for warranty claims, but a secure, uneditable integrated process just didn't exist. There's also a big need for remote and virtual inspections. Customers and engineers have been asking for a higher level of detail and record keeping in their documentation, and as an owner, using handwritten or haphazard processes sometimes makes it impossible to review records and really know what's going on. In fact, an average of 60% of commissioning documentation is unaccounted for at the handover of a building to the owner. All this hurts transparency and makes accountability really difficult. With TimeLock Documentation's patented process, we can provide an instantly updated and fully synced database for work in the field, with digitally signed and watermarked time, date, and GPS stamped photos. Our system even supports direct code insertion into the documents, and we provide a verifiably secure document at the end of the process, giving vendors and facility managers access to complete virtual inspections. The methods that inspection agencies currently use are prone to a lot of human error, especially when it comes to matching torque values to wire sizes. With our processes, this all becomes automatic. A lot of the documentation required to properly complete inspections is not easily portable, and managing the paperwork for reference materials or documentation is a time-consuming and error-prone process. This makes getting information from the field inconsistent, and the problem just keeps getting worse. With the high rate of industry growth we're experiencing, a lot of time is spent on trying to solve these problems over and over again. The TimeLock documentation apps make it possible to carry all of the required specifications right on a phone or tablet, and the correct documentation is automatically linked to the certification documents. Test results can be viewed by anyone, anywhere, and update in real time, making it easy to track job progress and reduce the number of field visits required to complete a project. The next area where TimelockDocs can improve processes is with contractors and technicians. Vendors are now asking for verifiable photographic records for warranty purposes, and customers are also requiring a higher level of documentation on projects, but an end-to-end secure documentation system hasn't existed before now. Our patented photo authentication process provides digitally signed and watermarked time, date, and GPS stamped photos in a secure document, with the code requirements recorded right next to the evidence of compliance. The slow paper or spreadsheet-based processes that most contractors use don't work well on fast-paced projects and make transferring vital information to the startup crew inefficient. With our system, test results and documentation are updated instantly and can be viewed by construction, commissioning, and startup crews all in one platform. We also create a digital inspection schedule for the entire project, which simultaneously improves compliance and reduces errors. And the days of digging through code books and specs are over. Our apps have plumbing, mechanical, and vendor code integrated into the system, along with manufacturer specs, and it's all automatically inserted into every document where it's referenced. And finally, for facility managers and building owners, the TimeLock documentation system can transform processes where lack of organization and documentation leads to poor workmanship and premature system failures. Our system eliminates confusion by putting everything in one place, from our pre-prepared digital inspection forms to a full database of every document ever created in the system. This helps workers stay on task and means you'll always have access to everything from your computer, tablet, or phone. Providing critical documentation on time is always just a few taps away. The industry climate is changing, from green construction standards that require rigorous inspections to the requirement of photos for warranty coverage. Our system is perfectly suited to meet the market's needs. And with an industry expected to grow at double the average rate in the second half of the decade, switching to smartphone-based digital documentation now is really critical. Plus, our Autodesk integration means that you can connect everything into PlanGrid to provide an all-in-one hyperlinked commissioning and job tracking document. When you put all this together, you can see that the TimeLock documentation system improves a paper or spreadsheet-based documentation system in pretty much every way. Photos can be captured right in the app, and they're automatically formatted, GPS stamped, and watermarked, then securely attached to every document. Certifications are done electronically, capturing e-signatures in real time through our patented IT process. And the documentation you get is much higher quality too. Actual photos of gauges, equipment, and installations are embedded into easily shareable and verifiable documents, and they're all accessible in an industry-standard database or through our PlanGrid integration. Pause the presentation if you want to read this whole comparison chart. There's a lot here. To reiterate how TimelockDocs streamlines these workflows, remember that it automatically inserts code and specs wherever they're referenced in a document. It automatically formats documentation photos, and it lets you share information from anywhere, whether that's via email, through our PlanGrid integration, or just from an inspector's phone to a supervisor's laptop. And it organizes and standardizes everything, and makes it viewable on any device. It also makes duplicating, exporting, and importing certificates easy. It keeps everyone in the loop and on schedule, and it stores everything in an industry-standard database.
Welcome to the TimeLock Documentation Electrical Panel app, the easiest way to securely document and track electrical panel maintenance, repairs, or installations. The first time you use the app, you'll need to create a project. Tap Projects on the main screen, then tap New Project. Give your project a name, then tap Create. Now, tap the project folder you just created. The next step is to add a location. Tap New Location, then type in the name of the location. Now you're ready to add a panel certification sheet to the location. Tap the location you just created, then tap to add a new certification. Fill in the necessary details, making sure to enter the panel type, then specify the system type using the button below the fields. To add torque and anchorage values, tap Torque Settings, then choose a commissioning torque requirement. Next, choose either per NETA or per manufacturer. Then tap a wire or anchorage setting.
Enter the names of the feeders and choose the phase. Then add any remaining details. Now, click the Torqued and Passed buttons to toggle them to green. If the work is ongoing or incomplete, leave the appropriate toggle in the default position. It'll stay gray. To add torque and anchorage settings values, click Torque Settings, then choose a commissioning torque requirement. Make sure the wire name gets added to the notes on each photo in the Field app so it can be linked to the wire in the grid or line view. Finally, save your entry. This will insert the torque values into the certification. If you need to edit the values, click the pencil next to the item in the web dashboard. Once you've saved the certification, you can click Grid View to see what your printed spreadsheet will look like. You can also tap on the feeder link ID to edit the feeder or the feeder name photo link to view the individual photo. All of these links open in a new tab, so you won't lose your place in the system. Each certification can have up to 50 wire inputs with torque values. If you need to delete an entry, just click the trash can. To enter an equipment anchorage or bus connection, repeat the process. Once inspections have been modified in the field using the app, you can see the photos and signatures in the dashboard. Just click the links at the bottom of the page. You can even view the full emailed certifications in the emailed certs column on the right side of the dashboard. These documents open in a separate tab for easy viewing and downloading. All items, from project folders to certifications, can be locked to prevent editing, or hidden from app users. Simply select the item you want to lock or hide and click the appropriate button. You'll be able to see which items are locked or hidden using the icons that appear next to their names in the dashboard. The web dashboard also makes it easy to create locations of panels and equipment before they're installed or wired, then push them to the field for pre-construction planning. And TimeLock documentation syncs data instantly across web, iOS, and Android platforms, and you can easily download everything right from your dashboard. With the TimeLock documentation dashboard and Electrical Pro application, you can create professional, secure visual inspections. To learn more, visit Timelockdocs.com today. To add and manage team members for your TimeLock documentation apps, log into the web dashboard and look for the My Team section on the right. Any current team members will appear here, along with an indication of how many licenses you've used, or are available for your subscription plan. To add someone, click the plus at the top of the Add Team box. Enter their name, email address, and choose a member type to set their permission levels. The member level is for typical employees. They can create documents and add comments to or sign off on certifications. They can't delete or edit existing information and don't get dashboard access. Read-only users can comment on and sign off on certificates but can't create them. Otherwise, they can view everything but can't edit or delete information. They get dashboard access but can't add team members. Sub-admin users have dashboard access and can add team members. They can create projects, locations, and certifications, as well as sign off on them, but they can't edit account details or payment information. Full admins can change anything in the system, including setting up new apps, updating payment details, and adding team members. Once you've selected their access level, assign the team member a secure password. Now, choose which products you'd like them to have access to while using the Field app. When you're ready, click Submit to create the user. If you'd like to divide your team into groups, you can click the plus in the bottom left and create a new application group. Give your new group a name, then click Add. You can use the drop-down on the left to change which application group you're viewing. Once your team starts using the app, clicking the time log link at the top lets you view time entries from the Field app and download them as a spreadsheet. Make sure to monitor and delete this sheet after pay period's end to keep it current. This can also be used as a backup for labor tracking of installations and work. To make an entry in the Field app, click Log Time on the home page. Workers can input entries here based on their permission levels. Members can only view their entries. Admins and sub-admins can view all entries and also add vendors right from the mobile app when they're on site. With the TimeLock documentation system, all data syncs across iPhone, iPad, Android, and the web, so your data is always up to date and secure. For more information, visit Timelockdocs.com. Remember, construction is one of the least digitized industries in the world, and we need to improve. With TimeLock documentation, you'll be able to stand out as a company embracing digital workflows in an industry that's still stuck with analog processes. And we need to adapt and streamline our processes if we're going to be able to deal with industry growth and fill the skills gap that we're already feeling today. So, are you ready to streamline your workflows and up your inspection and documentation game? Visit Timelockdocs.com for in-depth product videos or email us at Timelockdocs@outlook.com to get started today.